everybody, welcome back to PlumFiggy. It's Tammy. Alright, so working some more on this Bohemian junk journal. And here I noticed that there was a little bit of white still showing from the journal kit, digital kit that I used. So just got rid of some of that and inking up the edges, and then I will quickly get into the little project for today. So I think today we're just gonna make some, inking the inside of this as well, and just getting everything all nice and old looking. So yeah, I think today is gonna be doing some journaling tags and kind of still working on this same signature that I started on the last time. So got this really cool envelope and just kind of going through my bits and pieces of paper, trying to decide maybe what to use for putting inside the envelope, and nothing's really quite tripping my trigger yet. And then I came across this really pretty green, and I just loved how there was some green in the blue envelope, and yeah, that's just a gorgeous color of olive green. So decided to go ahead and use that, and it actually happened to be the exact perfect width for fitting inside that blue envelope. So gonna turn this into our journaling card, and now I'm on the hunt for what are we gonna decorate it with. Tapping my fingers. So here's some bits and pieces from the digital kits the digital kit that I've been using, the colorful one, and just kind of wanted to see what was in there, and that rose actually is part of that too. Those flags were really cool, but I'll be honest with you, those kind of, I'm not sure what to do with those. I don't know. They're kind of making, my brain's just not going there yet for some reason. So anyway, I went ahead and I really liked how that rose looks. So decided to use that and just inking around the edges of that. And now I just am still thinking, trying to decide what to put behind it. It just needed a little bit something more. And then that piece there is a leftover from the last Craft With Me session. It was probably should have been put into the garbage, but I kept hold of it, and it's going to turn into the tab for this little journaling card. So alright, so found this piece of gray script paper, which is from another journaling digital kit, and paired that with a piece of craft paper. And I like the grays and the browns and the greens going on here. So now I'm just trying to find the right composition for it. It's not quite working for me. Still not quite right. And then I decided to flip the craft paper another way. And in the end, I realized I needed more weight on the right side. So, yep. So here I'm moving the craft paper over just a little bit, and then the gray piece to the left. And there we go. So I like that. All right. So now, gonna find, this is some Tim Holtz. They look like they're stickers, but they are supposed to look like metal embellishments, and I'll put one of those on there soon. But first I'm going to paste down what I've got so far. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to get my voice back to normal. I feel fine. I just don't sound great yet. Nose is still stuffed up. So, and no, I don't have the coronavirus. Don't worry. It's It's all good. So, all right, so got that pasted down, and now I'm going to go back to, oh, yep, just making sure it still fits. And now I'm going to go back to those stickers, and I like that scalloped one. It's the only little bit left of that one that I have from that sheet. So decided to put that on the right side there to kind of finish that right side just a little bit. And then I'm going to find from the Tim Holtz, oh gosh, I can't remember what the sticker set is called, but it's like phrases, and they're on like beige backgrounds, coffee dyed backgrounds. I use it quite a bit actually. So found a little phrase, and I'm inking that one up, and we'll glue that one down. Right over the top of the rows there. And then says an inspiration to the simple life. And then now I'm going to back that whole journaling card with some antique scrapbooking paper. It's from an antique scrapbook. It's not super thick, and it's getting brittle. So I love the aging of it though. That's the natural aged look right there. I haven't done anything to it. But it makes perfect backing for journaling cards. So just gluing that down, and then I'll tear away the extra. And then I'm going to just sew around the whole outside perimeter of the journaling card, which I just did, and inking up the edges again. And I think I did add some more distress to the back, and then now adding the little tab to the top. So just going to put some glue stick down to tack it in place, and then do a zigzag stitch and sew that down. So just putting that in the envelope now, and then I decided I liked the color, pop of color there on the music paper. So just decided to paper clip that on there. And now we're going to move on to the next page. But first, I found another page that needs to be inked up. To be honest with you, that's one of the most time-consuming things of this journal I'm finding, is inking around the perimeters of all the pages. All right, so now I've got that pink little pocket and trying to figure out what I want to put in that one. And that ace card is not actually a card. It's just some paper ephemera. But I liked the look of it. And here we have, I've got a whole big box full of vintage greeting cards and envelopes. So I just had picked out a few that the colors I thought were good for this journal, and just was looking through that to see if there was anything in there that I thought I might want to use. Decided not to use those, and decided to go ahead and just create a brand new card like I had just done with the last one. So just measured the paper there to make sure it fits inside that envelope, and tearing off so that all four edges have a torn edge. And now I'm going to do a little bit of collage. All right, so that's some advertisements from an 1888 magazine that I have. It's truthfully from 1888. It's really cool. So that kind of inspired me. And then this is also another one from that same magazine, another advertisement page. I had used the top part of that on a different page in this journal, so you'll see that during the final flip through. And here's another big page. It's just really cool. I ended up not using any of that, but what I did use was, this is the cover of the magazine. And so I went ahead and made that the feature for the tag. So now I'm just gonna kind of measure how big it needs to be. I wanted it to fit on the front of the card so that you could still see some of that card around the border, so that there was a border of the manila color, because obviously the edges are so worn. I wanted to kind of keep as much of that as I could. And then right here was a little piece of paper that had 1888 on it that I had to save it. So I tore that off, and then I'll add that to the journal card too here at the end. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to show the ripped, torn edges, and let the cover be the feature, I guess. Oh, gotta save my book page for another tag, another day. It was all gluey, so I gotta save that for another time. All right, so decided to go ahead and use Fabri-Tac for this. I didn't want to make it too warped. The Yoo-Hoo glue is great, but it is a water-based glue, as opposed to this Fabri-Tac glue, which is alcohol-based. So any water-based glues are going to make your paper warp because they have water in them. And then alcohol-based glues don't do that. So that's why I kind of flip back and forth between the two. It kind of just depends on the sturdiness of my paper and kind of what I'm gluing down. If I'm gluing a heavier piece of paper to a thinner piece of paper, I try to use the Fabri-Tac as opposed to the Yoo-Hoo glue. And, really in the end, I don't know if it makes too much of a difference, but that's my reasoning. Okay, so here I thought I'd kind of go through. I kind of felt like it needed a bit of color, but I didn't really want to cover up the design. So then I found those tabs, and I really liked that middle one. It was just, the colors in that were really pretty and dark, and I thought it would go really well with the rest of the tags, so I chose that. And now I'm just scoring the middle there with my little score thing, and so that I had a clean line, and inking the edges with black soot. I've kind of been going back and forth between vintage photo and black soot on this journal. So on the more colorful pieces, I've been using the black, and on the creams and browns and beiges, I've been using the vintage photo. I think it's a nice contrast, actually. It kind of makes the color ones pop a little bit more. So once again, just adding some glue and gluing that on, and then I'm going to do a zigzag stitch around the whole outside, and here's what it looks like. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. All right. Oh, yep. Now I'm just adding a little bit of glue to the pocket, and I'm going to glue that down to the tea-dyed paper there, and put in my journaling card and my ace of spades. And I think then this one will be done. Oh yeah, gotta ink around the outside edges of that first. All right, guys. We're making progress. Are you excited about this journal? I know I am. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.